It's about 30 degrees, I think, every day.
So you are near the ocean, or
Yeah. This city is on the ocean, but they're not very nice beaches in my city.
ah,
The coast
okay,
is a bit industrial, lots of shipping.
ah, okay, okay.
And Hershit, how was your weekend?
Yeah, now I am fine. But last week I was so busy at work, and so I said that this weekend I would rest, and so I was only rest
Oh,
on
just
last week.
relaxing weekend. That's nice.
I didn't do anything, only resting in home.
Okay, that's nice. Good. All right. Well, I think today our conversation is assisted living. If I'm remembering, we finished the music festival.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did finish it. Yeah. Okay. So Hershit, do you know what assisted living is? What does that mean?
Assist. Actually, I don't know what's the meaning of assist. Uh, so I don't know what it means.
Okay. No problem. Mehmet, do you know what assist means?
Yeah, I know. It means to help, like, or
Exactly.
alike.
Yeah. Assist means the same as help, basically. Yeah, no, that's right. In sports, if I toss the basketball to Mehmet and then he gets it in the net, I did an assist.
Oh, by the way,
Ah,
do you know
so, so.
Fenerbahçe became EuroLeague champion yesterday?
Oh, awesome!
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that your team? You support them?
it's the first champion, first Turkey's first championship in EuroLeague.
Oh, nice.
It's like Champions League in soccer, in football.
The EuroLeague. Oh, that's great. Is it your favorite team, Fenerbahce?
No, no, but actually the opposite. Do you know the Galatasaray Fenerbahçe? They're always the rivals, the biggest rivals in as a team. But yesterday, everyone should have been a Fenerbahçe member.
Yeah.
Everyone. So it was like a national basketball, uh, like a national team holding, playing with another country's basketball team. So very it was a very nice experience actually, because I like basketball so much, too much. But since there have been lots of investments in basketball, there was no conclusions, no championships, no trophies uh, as it deserved. So there was no inclination in Turkey to the basketball as football. So I'm sure this will be a gate to another to liking this game at least more.
Okay. Cool. Nice. Yeah. In Canada, it's the same. Nobody cares about any sport except hockey. We have I think we have one baseball team in the whole country. We have one basketball team, and everything else is hockey. And yeah, I think I know about this Fenerbahce Galatasaray rivalry, you said. I support Galatasaray. Yeah, I support Galatasaray. Okay, good. So yeah. Anyways, Mehmet, what is assisted living? What do you think that means altogether?
I can't see you, first of all, Jory, right now. I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Hershit, can you see me?
Yeah, I am seeing you.
Now I can see you. Now I can see you.
Okay.
Okay, it's fixed right now.
Actually, Jory, can I say something?
Yeah.
About your voice. Last lessons, your voice was good, and now your voice is good, but a different type, I think. I think the noise is şeklinde.
This is not clicking. Oh, okay.
Can you,
Yeah, actually, I am hear you very well, but the
Okay, now it's going in here.
yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so, sorry, I just had this plugged in and the sound was not coming through the headphones. So
Thank you.
I probably should notice that quicker. Okay, no problem then.
I think you use one computer. Is it true?
Yeah, together we only have one computer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So usually this is her computer. I have another computer, but it's very slow. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I was gonna ask Mehmet, do you know what assisted living means?
Assisted living, I can try, give it a shot. Assisted living, when a person can't live by himself or herself, he or she gets help with, I don't know, like walking together, or I don't know, maybe an armed chair. I think it's assisted living, but maybe I'm completely wrong. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, you're pretty close. Exactly. Yeah, they're people who need they're not capable of living by themselves. You're right. So one example, and the most common assisted living is for seniors, old people who can't take care of themselves anymore if they're too old, and they live in a building. They're usually run by the government. Some of them are private companies, some places, and many seniors live together, and they have nurses and people there who are helping them do everything, taking showers and getting their medication if they can't remember things. Yeah, whatever they need help with. So yeah, for sure, you're right, Mehmet. Good. So Hershit, do you have homes like this in Turkey? We call them retirement homes. That's a common name for old people.
Yeah, there is a lot of these homes in Turkey, and but in my culture or in my tradition, parents don't don't be sent in these homes. Their children always or generally wants to look their parents, so they don't send their parents to these homes. But
Okay.
yeah.
Great. Good. Thank you, Hershit. Bilal and Yildiray, welcome. Nice to see you guys.
Hello, Yuri.
Hello. Okay, so we were talking about assisted living.
the next topic. And I was explaining these are buildings where people live who can't live by themselves. So one common example is old people, seniors, who need help, and they have nurses and people there who help them do everything they can't do, like taking showers and things. Okay. So Bilal, can you think of another example of assisted living?
Really, as you know, when the people get older, as you said, they cannot take care of themselves. They cannot take the shower or like make a food for themselves. So they need someone to do these things for themselves. So it can be. We have also in Turkey. We have some decaying houses like that. For the old people or disabled people, they do these things for them. We have such places also in Turkey, but sometimes the member of this family, this old people, they have they find people for to do such things, like this is in their house, not in such special places. What we say, they give such a mission. We say this people like nurses or like the sitter, like that. These people do this, but in their home.
Okay.
Become common in Turkey, or this the member family, like their son or the daughters do these things in their house. They take after. They cannot do these things. They are disabled or old.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I think Hershit was saying that as well. It's, yeah, usually the families are doing that. Good, thank you, Bilal. And yeah, Bilal mentioned the other example, disabled people. Actually, my mother's job before was working in one of these homes for mentally disabled people. So these were government homes again, and there would be, 5 or 6 mentally disabled adults who would live together, and that's another assisted living. So Yildiray, are these in Turkey? Are assisted living places usually run by the government or by private companies?
Can you repeat?
Are
the question?
these places usually run by the government or by private companies?
I know the governments manage this type place. I don't know special company.
Okay, so it's usually government in Turkey.
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah, so in Canada too, these are usually run by the government. And so I thought maybe today we would talk a little bit about government and politics. Because it,
Sorry, Jory. Actually, it's the retirement homes is called here like a peace home. Like it's called like that, but as far as I know, maybe I'm wrong. It's generally run by private companies, not by government, as far as I know. But maybe I'm wrong.
okay.
There are, at least I know, there are lots of companies, private companies that lots of such homes that run by private companies, but if also there are places like that run by government, I don't know.
Okay. Maybe we can ask Hurshit. You work in the government, so do you know about this?
I think in Turkey there are a government home and the other is private sector. It depends on their income. If you has got more money or much money, you can send your parents private sector because these are better than government's home, I think. So there is two decision for retirement home.
Oh, okay. Very good. Thank you, Hurshit.
Jory,
Yeah.
I can add something. The government in Turkey distribute food to home for elder people in Turkey, and health problem elder people. Governments go to ambulance to the home. Only I can say this.
Okay. Great. Thank you, Yildiray. Good. So, okay, here's a good example. Some of them are run by the government, but if people want the better retirement homes, they go to the private sector. They need to pay money to companies. So I'll start with you, Mehmet. What do you think is something in your country the government should be spending more money on or focusing more on, and what should it focus less on? So this might
What should they focus less
on, yeah. What should they focus more on, and what should they focus less on?
Less. Okay. Actually, you are not in the not in terms of retirement homes. We yeah, in general.
Yeah, any program. What do you think?
And okay, first of all, Turkey spent so much money to arms throughout its history. With that money, if it could be invested more intelligently, so maybe our education system could be way better, way better. So we could be in the first 8 countries, first 9 countries in the world, because so much money has been spent to arms that, for example, maybe for 70 years, for 80 years, the education was the least money that is spent on. I'm not saying that you mustn't spend money to the arms. Of course, we are in such a geography that every terrorism is in between. In this Turkey, in the country, also there are lots of terrorism that comes from the neighbor countries. So of course we need arms, but I think it was overly too much. It was too much. And of course, it must when you look at the when you look at the developed countries, then you can see that, for example, the Scandinavian countries like South Korea, like Canada and Canada and Ireland, and other European countries, they spent too much. They spent their focus and their money on education. So of course, it's education.
Education. Excellent.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you, Mehmet. Hurshit, what do you think? What's your opinion? You're the president now. What are you going to do?
Actually, in Turkey, retirement homes, number of retirement homes, not sufficient. Firstly, because of Turkish family don't prefer to send their parents such these homes. And the other thing for me is because of women's so this is that we know that this in Turkey women don't participate in big proportion at working life, and so thus they decide always that they should look after their parents and not decide to their parents sending these homes. So they can easily, especially women, they can easily look after their parents in their home.
Okay. So what do you think the government should spend more money on? What's the one thing the government should work harder on? What do you think?
Juri, can you repeat that, please?
What's the one thing you think the government should spend more money on? And what should the government spend less money on?
I think social policy is important for every country, and worker or the other people nowadays have not sufficient money, and I think their money decrease in real number, and so for me the government decided people's increasing their income.
Okay, good. And what should they spend less money on?
What?
What should the government spend less money on?
Less money on? If we think humanity, I wish any government or any country don't need to for war. I wish there is no war in the world, but I think this is not possible. So we know that a big proportion of revenue is expended, especially war. War is a very big industry, and because of economical importance, I think the war in the world is doing for economical. Thank you.
Okay. Great. Thank you, Richard. Bilal, what do you think? What should the government spend more money on, and what should they spend less money on?
Yeah, we just, as you know, like the political answer is we hope that our government are doing the best one and best decision, get the best decision. So, but just from the view out when we look their policy, just we can say we need the improving our education system. So we need, I think we need more money, and we need to improve our and we spend more money on the searching and improving the technology because we are in a such area that we can really we have the West market. Yeah, you know, like in Middle East, like in Turkey, also a big country. So if we make our technology improve it, and then we can, if we make such searching and improve our technology, we can find sure the market very easily. So I think it will be useful for the country itself, and also I think also on the the health system also we need much more money, and to be a social state also we need a little bit more money for the, yeah, you know, because we need to share the income to the West number of the people. We need to take care of these people, so we need spend much more money on the social side of the country. But the lesson, as all the friends says, really we are in such a geopolitical area that we spend really much more money on the like we say on the arm, and then on the war, and then the fighting and conflict. This take a lot of energy and then the money of our country. So I think the country that couldn't reach to the what you want, the level of the what you want is the main reason is this conflicts and this spending on the arm or like that. If we spend less money, if we have such atmosphere, we catch such atmosphere that we shouldn't, we needed spend the money on the arm. I think we would be in the much more better level. So I can say on the arm we should less spend money less on the arming, and we should spend much more money on the searching and then education and developing of the technology.
Great. Great. Thank you, Bilal. Very good. Yildiray, what do you think? What does the government need to spend more money on?
I think we can't tell unimportant or important for governments because all things related to it. For example, we have to be strong. We should develop all sector. One, for example, education, or environments. Care. We are now start corner. all of things because we have to spend a balance money for all of sector. Because of if you we want to be a developing country, we don't spend our money for only I think.
Okay, great. Thank you, Yildiray. And what should the government spend less money on? What should they take away from?
Maybe we at now the government spends much more money for soldier arm, but terror we fight to enemy at now. So we have too much more money, but maybe for a little time, can you we can spend a little money for soldier or arm.
Soldiers, great. Thank you, Yildiray. Hassan, welcome. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Looks like you have a comfortable chair today. Hassan, what do you think the government should spend more money on and less money on?
Maybe healthy education, technology, technology investment, my government spent more money for this.
Okay. And what about less money? What do you spend too much money on?
I want to spend less money for army spending of army, but my country, my government hope to terrorist group like YPG, PKK. So we must to spend more spending for our maybe.
Okay. Good. Thank you, Hassan. All right. So who can explain to me what type of government do you have in Turkey? How does your government work? But Mehmet, do you want to start?
What can you open the question, please? What kind of government? Like
Yeah.
how?
What type of government is it? What system of government?
What system of government? Can you give me a sample?
Yeah, like
Just one sample.
how is your government different? Or okay, I can tell you. The government in Canada, it's called a constitutional monarchy. So we actually have the Queen of England is our queen.
Ah,
We still have a queen, but
okay.
our leader is
Okay. So I misunderstood the question. So yeah, we have People Republic.
Okay. And how does it work?
It's like voting system.
Well, how does it, what's the structure?
Structure. So actually, it's kind of changed recently. Maybe you know with the referendum. So before, since the 1923, it was a president after, but president was not that. He had the powers, but to veto any, for example, veto any legislation, but not particularly run the government, like in Germany. Like in Germany, Merkel is prime minister, but many people don't know the president. There is a president, but he doesn't run the government. So it was like that for since 1923. But just months ago, the system changed, but not physically. It will be. We will be seeing that system in 2 years, I think, because of the legislation. So it's going to be like there's only one president, like maybe like in United States. I don't know. There will be his or her assistants. So what what was that? I don't know. How can it, the assistants deputy, or I don't know. So there will be just one president and ministers, and we have the parliament that legislates the needed laws.
Right. Okay, great. Thank you, Mehmet. Is there still a prime minister? Will there still be a prime minister?
Yes, there is still a prime minister, but in 2 years, I think, it's not. There's no more a prime minister. It's gonna be president. Yeah, I think it's gonna be. Its name's gonna be president. I think. I'm not sure if it's gonna be just one prime minister or one president. I don't know, but there's not one will be no more existed. The other one will do everything.
Okay, good.
Like this.
Okay, and so you vote for one member of the government, and you vote for the president separately. So you vote 2 times, right?
Yeah, you vote for only one person.
Right. Okay, good. Thank you, Mehmet. So, Bilal, we talked about one type of government, the type you have in Turkey. Can you tell me, and I told you about the type we have in Canada a little bit. Can you tell me of another type of government? Just one, somewhere in the world.
I think in France we have semi-presidential system. They are a little bit different. They select the president, and also they select the parliament, the member of the parliament, and then they call it as a semi-presidential system. In Turkey, we will have the president system, and then in the USA we have presidential system, and then some, as you said, some monarch like. Also, we have a few types. Yeah, you know, one, as you said, the parliamentarism, as Turkey now, and then presidential system, and then monarchy, and the Islamic Republic like Iran also they are different, and also the Republic, well, the I don't remember for the China also they are different. The China also they have what the communism, but they call it as the Republic of the People or like that, the Community Republic or like that. Also they are different. There are many president system and government system.
Okay, good. Thank you, Bilal. I think Bilal got almost all of the different types that I could think of. Yeah, monarchies and communism. Okay,
Yeah.
so in the United States, they pay much less. Okay, you don't pay too many taxes, but you don't get very many things. You don't get education, you don't get healthcare. Like these things are you're having to pay for them. Not many government systems. Whereas in like Germany or Scandinavia, Nordic countries, you're paying almost 50% taxes. Like half of your money is taxes, but you're getting all of your healthcare, like very good healthcare for free. Education and university level education is for free. You know, so many things. If you lose your job, the government will help you. You have many social services you're getting back for your 50% of your money. So that's like socialism. So Hershit, what do you think is the best system? Do you think it's better to pay very high taxes and get more services, or it's better to pay lower taxes and use that money to handle your life yourself?
I think I am always opinion of capitalism and socialism. I think they are enforced in same time. Truly, I don't say I am a opinion of capitalism, and I am not. I don't say I am not socialism. I am between of them, and
Okay.
I think it is they are implemented in countries in same time, and for me, the government have to some some service, especially health or health. I think health protection. I think these are done by government, but I have I am inside of people if earn more money, I think they should work much, and this is capitalism.
Right. Okay, so
Yeah.
a little bit in the middle. Great, thank you. Good answer. Hassan, what do you think? Do you think it's better to pay more taxes and get more services, or pay less?
I think balance. Both must balance. Maybe my government can take less tax because I think our taxes very taxes are very high. Maybe.
Okay. So you think more Turkey should be more capitalist than it is now, less taxes, less services. Oh, okay, okay, interesting. Good. I think Yildira is not here. So why don't we take a look at the conversation now? I think it's a good time. We'll start with the assisted living. I'll have maybe Hassan, you can be Joe, and Bilal, you can be Kristen. You can start.
Okay. I just got off the phone with my mom.
Oh, how's she doing?
Oh, she's a little bit stressed out. We just had a long conversation about my grandmother.
Oh, how's your grandmother doing?
So my
Yeah.
mom and my uncle have their hands full right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, there's a while back they started to notice things every once in a while with my grandmother. For example, her starting to drive more erratically, and they got concerned about that, and went to her doctor and explained everything to her doctor. And the doctor agreed, yeah, she shouldn't be driving. So the next time, my grandmother went in, my uncle and my mom both went, and my grandmother's doctor confronted her and said, you know, just think it is time to give up the keys and not drive anymore.
Wow. I guess that was.
Good. Okay. Let's stop there. So Kristen, I just got off the phone with my mom. I think probably we know got off the phone means stop talking. She wasn't sitting on the phone. Yeah. Joe, oh, how's she doing? Kristen, oh, she's a little bit stressed out. We just had a long conversation about my grandmother. That's okay, I think. Oh, how's your grandmother doing? So. She's doing okay. Mom and my uncle really have their hands full right now. Okay, what does this mean? They have their hands full. Hassan, what do you think it means if you have your hands full?
I don't know.
No, okay. Hershit?
I think my mom have their hands. I think Christine tried to say that her mom and her uncle try their moms to look after.
Okay. This expression, have their hands full. Hello, Birol, welcome. We just started the conversation. So we're doing assisted living. We're right at the top.
Okay.
Mehmet, do you have a guess for this? Have their hands full?
Very busy.
Yeah, good, exactly. Yeah, if I have my hands full, the literal meaning would be like I'm carrying as much as I can. I can't hold any more things. Okay? And you imagine I can't take any more work. I'm very busy. I can't take more problems right now. That's how we can say it, the idiom. Good. Joe says, yeah. And Kristen says, yeah, you know, a while back, they started to notice things every once in a while. Every once in a while means like sometimes, not frequently, not often, just sometimes. With my grandmother, for example, her starting to drive more erratically. Bilal, what does this mean, erratically?
I think this is when you drive, but you cannot drive very carefully. So you sometimes use it, and that's where you want to go actually, but not to these places. Like
Yeah, no, exactly. You're totally right. Erratic is like the opposite of controlled or careful. Erratic means crazy, like not predictable, not controlled. So you're right. Erratically out of control. And they got concerned about that and went to her doctor and explained everything to her doctor. And the doctor agreed. Yeah, she shouldn't be driving. So the next time, my grandmother went in, my uncle and mom both went, and my grandmother's doctor confronted her. Okay, I think this should be, so the next time my grandmother went in with my uncle and mom. Yeah, there should be with there, I think. Went into the doctor's office with my uncle and my mom. Both went, and my grandmother's doctor confronted her. What does this mean when confronted her? What does it mean when you confront someone? How about Yildiray?
Maybe control, health control, or and say something, maybe confront or explain.
Good, exactly, yeah.
Explain
Yeah, when you confront someone, you walk up to them and you start talking to them. Yeah, we usually use it kind of aggressively, like if you confront someone, usually you have a problem. You're not having a happy conversation. It doesn't have to mean that. It doesn't always mean that, but that's the most common. You confront someone, hey, you promised you wouldn't do that, you know? Almost like I'm starting a fight, right? Good. You know, think it's time to give up the keys and not drive anymore. Joe says, wow, I guess that was Kristen, and understandably, my grandmother was not happy. Oh, sorry, we didn't do this part yet. But she did it. Okay. That was you two. So how about Mehmet, you can be Kristen, and Hershit, you can be Joe. And we'll start with you, Hershit.
Joe. I mean, you know, when you get to that age, I guess that's bound to happen sooner or later.
Yeah, but now here lately there have been quite a few more things concerning my mom and uncle. So, you know, ever since my grandfather passed away a few years ago, my grandmother is just kind of gone downhill since. They've been living in Florida, and my mom and uncle decided to move my grandmother up just to be closer to them. There's no other family in Florida. She had friends there, but no family. And I think it helped her a bit, but she's just in general. I think since he passed away, she's just been going downhill. For example, she has emphysema. Emphysema.
Ooh, huh.
But just I'll say in the past year, she has been on her oxygen tank a good bit, a lot, and was even hospitalized. So it's been problem in the past several years, but it's definitely gotten worse over the past year. Something else is she's on a bunch of different medications, unfortunately, and she's just been mixing them up lately, which is not good. I think it just makes her cloudy and confused then in general.
Yeah, I mean that can be really dangerous. I mean she could take the wrong dosage of a medication and it could be lethal.
Good. Okay, let's not start that last one. All right, so up at the top, Joe starts. Yeah, I mean, you know, when you get to that age, I guess that's bound to happen sooner or later. What does this mean, bound to happen? Something is bound to happen. How about Biro?
It means that is certain to happen.
Good, exactly, yeah. I'm bound to, it means, yeah, it's certain. It will happen at some point. The real meaning is certain. We often use it as like, oh, if I study all night, I'm bound to get a good mark. It's not certain, but we say it like that sometimes. Okay, as very likely, maybe. But yeah, I think certain is a great answer, Biro. And what does this mean, sooner or later? Hassan, what do you think, sooner or later?
Maybe now, maybe next year, next day, next week.
Good. Exactly. Yeah. At some time, right? Exactly. Yeah. Maybe sooner, maybe later. Perfect. Okay. Kristen says, yeah, but now here lately, there have been quite a few more things concerning my mom and uncle. Okay. So there have been quite a few, several more things concerning my mom and uncle. So there have been, we could say, many things that make my mom and make my uncle feel concerned, feel worried. Yeah. If we say concerning, it can also mean I'm talking about something. There have been many things on the topic of my mom and uncle, but here it means it makes them worried. Yeah. Hey, then Kristen goes on. So, you know, ever since my grandfather passed away a few years ago, Harsha, what does this mean, passed away?
Truly, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yildiray, what do you think it means, passed away?
Passed away meaning of died.
Yeah, yeah. If someone passes away, they died.
Yes.
It's a nice way to say it. We call it a euphemism. Maybe you have that word in Turkish or something like it. Euphemism. It means I'm using softer words. If somebody died that you love, it can be mean to say died. So saying passed away is much softer. Yeah, it's a careful thing to say, a kind way to say it, right? We call this a euphemism. When I'm using,
We
sorry?
use in Turkey marriage to real word. Yes, soft word as yours language.
Good. Thank you, Yildiray. Yeah, exactly. Whenever I use, when I try and use softer words instead of the true meaning is something hard, that's called a euphemism. And this is an example. Good. So the grandfather passed away. He died a few years ago. My grandmother's just kind of gone downhill since. What does this mean? She's gone downhill. How about Mehmet? Can you tell me?
She's not anymore getting better. Actually, any passing day, she gets worse and worse.
Good. Yeah, exactly. You go downhill, you're getting worse, right? Yeah. Yeah. Downhill. Downhill is bad for some reason. I don't know. It's usually easy to go downhill, but downhill is often bad. Good. They'd been living in Florida, and my mom and uncle decided to move my grandmother up just to be closer to them. Okay, Florida is a different state in the United States. I think probably you know that. There's no other family in Florida. She had friends there, but no family. And I think it helped her a bit, but she's just, in general, I think since he passed away, she's just been going downhill. Okay, so in many ways, she's been getting worse. In general, she's going downhill. So, you know, her driving was getting bad. You know, maybe her eyesight's getting bad. She can't walk as well. That's getting bad. Her memory is getting bad. So yeah, gone downhill. She means just many problems together. Many things are getting worse. Okay. For example, she has, and then this was the word Mehmet had to try and say, emphysema.
Emphysema.
Emphysema, yeah. It's a disease. I don't know much about emphysema. I think it's in the lungs. But yeah, it's some kind of an illness that the grandmother got. Hey, did you Google it, Mehmet?
Yeah, I googled it, but even the Turkish one, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, Joe says and Kristen, but yeah, emphysema. It's just some disease. It's a lung disease, Mehmet.
Actually, I only looked from the dictionary, so didn't Google it. So the Turkish name is emphysem, and I don't know what is emphysem.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's lung or any other. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Anyways, yeah, it's just a disease.
Yeah.
It won't be on the test. Kristen, but just I'd say in the past year, she's been on her oxygen tank a good bit. So she has one of those metal tanks full of compressed oxygen, and she has to face, yeah, like this. She's been using this a lot because, okay, so it probably is a lung disease. She can't breathe properly. Okay, and a good bit means, what does that mean? A good bit. Bilal?
Yeah, so sometimes a good bit, a little bit, a little, not too much, but sometimes. But not very few, but not very much, I think.
What does Kristen
A little
say just after that? What's the next thing she says?
Good bit. He said a good bit, a lot.
A lot.
And yeah, a good bit. Yeah, it's a good and a lot, and even was hospitalized. So I think it must be a good bit. It must be a little higher than a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes we do this. We say the
That's
same
quite a
thing
few.
twice. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, it's a tricky a bit, because a bit is a little, but a good
Yeah.
bit, that's actually
Yeah, much.
a lot.
Yeah. A lot. Yeah.
I know it's strange, isn't it? Good, yeah, and you see people. You can notice it in these conversations too. You can start watching for it. They'll use two idioms or even two phrases right together that have the same meaning. Here she says a good bit, and then she says a lot. We don't need to say it two times, but they both mean the same. She says two times together. Yeah, people, I don't know why we do this, but we say the same thing twice together in different ways sometimes. Good. And she was even hospitalized. What does this mean? She was hospitalized. Hershit.
I think staying at hospital.
Good. Yeah, exactly. If you were hospitalized, you're the subject of that, then something made you go to the hospital. Okay. So yeah, you have to go to the hospital. You were hospitalized. Okay. So it's been a problem in the past several years, but it's definitely gotten worse over the past year. Okay, so the grandmother's health has been a problem for several years, but the last 1 year has been the worst. Lots of problems. Something else is she's on a bunch of different medications, unfortunately. Okay, a bunch. What is a bunch, Hassan? What does it mean in here?
Different kind, a lot of kind, different medications.
Good, yeah. A bunch means many, a lot, exactly. A bunch is also what we call a group of bananas. See, the bananas come together, that's called a bunch of bananas. Yeah, here it means many or a lot of different medications, unfortunately. And she's just been mixing them up lately, which is not good. What does Kristen mean by mixing them up? How about Biro?
And mixing up means confuse.
Good, yeah,
Confuse.
exactly.
I think.
Yeah, she's not actually like combining the medications together. She is confused about which one is which. Yeah, I'm mixed up. I'm confused. You're exactly right, Biro. I think it just makes her cloudy and confused then, in general. Okay, Yildiray, what does cloudy mean in this sentence?
Not clear. I think is horse.
Sorry. So what is not clear?
Yes, not clear.
Not clear. Okay. Yeah. Cloudy. It's like again, it's like confused, right? It's like there's a cloud inside my brain. Nothing is really connecting properly. Yeah. She's feeling confused often. Good. And then Joe says, yeah, I mean, that can be really dangerous. I mean, she could take the wrong dosage of a medication and it could be lethal. What is a dosage? Mehmet, what does dosage mean?
Dosage means, for example, how many pills? 2 pills or 1 pill? How much or how many is the dosage?
Good, yeah, exactly. I think the dosage is how much of the medicine is inside the pill too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have 2 pills, they're the same size, but this one is 10 milligrams and this one is 5 milligrams. Yeah, like that. Good. And it could be lethal. Bilal, what does this mean, lethal?
Lethal mean even it can make you dead or hazardous. You know, it will be hazardous for your health.
Good.
Give harm to your health.
Yeah, exactly. Lethal means you die. Lethal means it kills you. Yeah.
Mm.
It could be lethal. Yeah, that sounds like hazardous to your health, right? It could hurt you. It could even kill you. But yeah, lethal, the word really means it kills you. If I said it was lethal, now we're certain that person died.
Yeah.
So another word is deadly. That means the same. And fatal. If something's
Yeah.
fatal, that's the same. Fatal, you died.
Mortal.
Mortal. Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah. Okay. Great. Awesome. Why don't we take a break for a couple minutes now, and we'll finish up this big, massive thing Kristen's about to say when we get back.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. See you.
See you guys. Hello, Mehmet. You having some tea?
Coffee, actually, Turkish coffee.
Oh, nice. It's not too late for coffee?
No, I like three in throughout the day. One in the morning, one in afternoon, and one after my dinner. I like it.
Wow. And you still sleep okay?
Yeah, I'm so my system is so accustomed to it. There's I can even if I'm sleepy, I can sleep even in 15 minutes.
Oh, that's good.
I'm not affected by that caffeine. So, Jory, how your system is affected by your finishing the lesson at 2:30?
Yeah.
2:30, like 3 o'clock. Do you have lessons in the morning?
No, no. My other job starts at 2 p.m.
Oh,
So yeah, I work 2 p.m. until 9:15 p.m. So, even on the days when I don't have class, it's like 10:30 when you get home from work, and then you make dinner, and you don't want to just go right to bed. So I usually sleep in quite late and stay up quite late at night anyways.
oh. So you have too many online courses other than that?
No, during the day I teach children. This is my only online
I know,
course.
no, yeah, at least so two times a week, twice a week.
Yeah.
You are getting sleepless.
Yeah, it's just twice a
Yeah.
week I do this.
Okay,
So-
okay.
Not too bad. Yeah. But yeah, then you finish the course and you don't want to just finish working and go right to bed. So I usually stay up for another hour or so.
I can think of it. It must be hard.
It's a weird system. Tuesdays I don't work though. I usually have Tuesdays off. So that's nice
Oh.
for this course.
At least there's such a thing. Yeah, it's nice. But Thursday you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at least Thursday it's almost Friday, so the weekend's close then.
What about that student that give you so much trouble? That kid.
Oh, that kid. I don't know. I fight with him all the time. He's a problem. I'm winning
Could you
now.
not- so you are winning now?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
that's nice.
I'm winning the fights, yeah. He might fail out of my class. I'm not sure. Maybe he'll fail the level and then he'll drop to a lower class with a different teacher. So I might get rid of him.
I did not understand, sorry.
My class, they were level 3 and they all moved up to level 4, but that kid failed the exam.
Oh,
So maybe
So-
he'll go down to a different teacher.
but yeah, it's a big possibility or just minor possibility?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. There's a possibility, maybe medium. Yeah.
Hope is a hope.
Yeah, exactly.
So, when will our course gonna end?
Yeah, I'm not sure of the dates. I can figure it out, but yeah, I have to talk to the staff, and then they'll tell me
Okay.
how many units you paid for, and then I have to divide that by how many units we do per
Okay.
class. I don't know it
Okay.
right offhand. Yeah.
I don't even remember. I only remember like 9 hours or something, or 96 hours, something like that. But I'm not sure.
Right.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm not sure too. I can try and find that out for you, but I'm not tonight. Maybe
Oh,
on.
no. It just came to my mind. No, there's no rush.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'm not completely certain of when it finishes.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll try and find that out. I'll find that out for you.
Ramadan is about to come in 1 week. I believe Ramadan will begin at this Saturday. So during a month, I'm not sure if you know or not, but Ramadan. Do you know Ramadan?
Of course.
Yeah, okay. So during a month, there's gonna be especially for the ones that fasting, it's gonna be hard. I'm not sure how we are gonna handle the course, but I'm not even sure if I'm gonna fast or not. But the ones that gonna fast, I'm sure it's gonna be difficult.
Okay. What time is the sunset?
I'm not sure, but it must be here in 8 o'clock. So I should look at it.
Okay.
Ya akşam namazının saat kaçta, iftarın saat kaçta olacağı konusunda bilgisi olan var mı?
Ya herhalde ezana kadar işte 4'e kadar falandır. 4.30'a kadar falandır.
İftar.
gibi yani.
Ha iftar mı? Sunset
İftar.
sonra herhalde.
Ben de 8 diye biliyorum ama
Ha.
emin de değilim. Akşam saat kaçta okunuyor hiç bilmiyorum. It's 8 o'clock, almost 8 o'clock here. Jory.
8 çeyrek geçiyor.
And this course starts at 7 o'clock, right?
At 7 o'clock, right?
Okay. So for perhaps for Ramadan, if you guys want, we could take like a 30-minute break at sunset for eating. If anybody is fasting and they want to take for the time it's Ramadan, we can take a much longer break when it's time to eat.
Okay.
But I think it is in my places. I think there is 1 hour difference between the time of the eating. Is for example here is 7:30 and then in Istanbul is 8:30.
Yeah,
So we have 1 hour. So differences between the cities.
Okay.
What can we manage?
Hafta sonu yapamaz arkadaşlar.
Aynı şey. Ama aynı şey Bilal'in söylediği şey.
Gün içerisinde yapsak.
Ha.
Maybe before, yeah.
Jory, Yildiray says if we can, is it possible that we in Ramadan we do the lessons in weekends, in afternoon or morning, or but there's time difference between Taiwan and here. I don't know.
Okay. I think it could be possible. Let's take a look at it and see what we can work out for the time difference. Oh yeah,
yeah, we don't have to make decisions right now. We have Wednesday.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'll talk to Cineset staff and okay. I don't know if this is rude to ask. How many people are fasting? Is that okay?
Of course.
If it's
I
only
think too fast.
okay, and if it's only a couple people, maybe we can focus just on them. Is it anybody else?
Yeah, me fasting.
Bilal. Okay, so and you're in a totally different time zone. Okay, maybe we can look at the weekend thing then or something. Okay. Yeah, I'll talk to Cinesit staff and then I'll talk to you guys again on Wednesday and we'll see what we can work out, if we can find a nice time on the weekends or something to do it.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Jody.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll do something. Weekends should be okay. Okay, good. Why don't we look at the end of the conversation now that everybody's back here, except for Hassan. Oh, I was gonna make Hassan read this because he's the only one who didn't read yet. Okay. Whose turn is it? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. All right, Hershit.
Yes.
It's yours. Birol, you can read Joe.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, they are thinking more and more, like I said, assisted living. I'd say about a month or so ago they had set my grandmother down and given her an ultimatum. When they were noticing a few things here and there. Like with her driving, they decided, okay, it's time to do something. So they sat her down and said, we are giving you three choices. You can go into assisted living, or you can have someone start coming in regularly to sit with you. Make sure you are taking your medications, the correct ones at the correct times. Or you can go and live with Susan, my mom, and my grandmother decided she didn't want to live with my parents. She didn't want to put them out, and she definitely didn't want to go to assisted living. So she chose to have a sitter. She didn't like that either, but she realized she had no choice. Well, she had to choose one of three choices. So she has been having a woman coming in like 3 days a week. And since that, this woman has been coming in then. My mom and uncle have realized, oh, she needs someone actually, kinda 7 days a week, not just three. And they talked to the agency. This particular woman couldn't come in 7 days a week. So the agency actually found someone else. I think she's only. These new persons only coming in 2 days. So that leaves still 2 days out of the week that my grandmother doesn't have anyone coming in. But my mom and uncle are even thinking it is to the point that she kinda needs someone 24/7. Well, not when she is sleeping. I shouldn't say, but definitely when she is awake.
Yeah, I mean that this sounds like a really difficult situation. I really feel for your mom.
Good. Okay, and we're at the end. So, what was Kristen saying? What was this whole thing about? What was she saying here? Who can explain it quickly? Bilal, can you summarize?
Yeah, I can say the Christians' grandmother need some the caring, need someone to look after, to care of herself, because she has some problem with daily life. Yeah, like driving cars, and then the mixing up of her medication. So she needs someone that take care of herself. So the problem is they want to find a way, either assisted living, I mean the Christian parents, and mom and then her uncle, assisted living, or someone sit with her, with her grandmother, and I think this three choice. They make three choice. They give her three choice. They want her to choose one of this choice, and one is assisted living. One is someone living with her, and then I think she choose the someone who sit with her. And this firstly also this become a problem because this nurse or sitter only can come for 3 days, and then they need actually 7 days, but then they found someone else, and this the second one also can only come to her house only 2 days, and but they still need someone who 7 days and 24 hours in 7 days, and so all this situation little disturb her, and then become the problem, and then disturb her brain, or become problem for Christine and her mom, because they want to find a solution for her grandmother.
Great. Perfect. Exactly. Thank you, Bilal. Good. Good. Okay. So that's what Kristen is saying. So let's go from the top. Kristen says, yeah, exactly. So yeah, they're thinking more and more, like I said, assisted living. Okay. So they're thinking more and more about assisted living. She doesn't have that word in there, but we can see that's what she means. You know, I'd say about a month or so ago, they had sat my grandmother down and given her an ultimatum. So what does this mean, they sat her down? Harshit, what does that mean, sat my grandmother down?
I think her children want her.
They sat her down. They want her what?
Actually, I don't understand. I only guess. No, I don't know. Sorry.
Okay. How about Yildiray? What do you think this means? Sat my grandmother down.
I think stick next there and talking about.
Good, exactly. Yeah.
Ultimatum.
Perfect. Yeah. If you if I sat someone down, I asked them or I made them sit down so I can talk to them. We both sit down and have a conversation. Exactly. Yeah. And they'd given her an ultimatum. Okay, this one's a bit tricky. An ultimatum. Can anyone describe what an ultimatum is? Does anyone know this word?
Can I tell?
Okay.
Before people died, write her last request from people.
Okay. Could you give like an example?
about ultimatum?
For example, and you know you will die. You say sons. What do you want from them?
Okay.
We use this word.
Ultimatum.
Actually, we use this word in a foreign relation. Yeah, you know, the countries give another countries the ultimatum. Like for example, they say that don't fly on our airspace or like that. This ultimatum, like a warning. Yeah, you know, if you do not do, I will do this. This ultimatum is we use in the foreign relation.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. And yeah, we use it a lot. Like, if someone in your family is like, say, addicted to drugs or doing something really bad, like I don't know, cheating or something, you could say, okay, if you do it one more time, you can't stay in this house anymore. You know, I'm not gonna give you money. Something like this, you know. This is what will happen. One more time, this is what will happen. This is the final warning. Yeah, like that.
There's a word also in Turkish, ultimatum, like
okay.
but the meaning in the meaning Bilal said, not it's not used as you if you go on having drugs, not in this meaning, but in war or in political meaning.
Okay.
It is being used.
Okay, good, cool. Yeah, we can use it for any kind of a warning like that. Like the consequence is clear. You either have to choose this or you have to choose this. You know, someone's like, oh, you know, that's it. It's either him or me. That's an ultimatum. Yeah. You know, when they were noticing a few things here and there, like with her driving, they decided, okay, it's time to do something. So they noticed several problems that the grandmother's having, things that she can't handle in her life by herself, and they decide, okay, we need to do something now. So they sat her down and said, we're giving you 3 choices. You can go into assisted living. So option number 1, she can go into the retirement home. One of these, what we've been talking about. Number 2, or you can have someone start coming in regularly to sit with you. Okay. So option number 2, they can have like a nurse or a caregiver is what we would call them, coming in to help the grandmother with her life day to day. And make sure you're taking your medications, the correct ones at the correct times. Okay, so you make sure you're taking the right medicine and taking it when you're supposed to take it. Or you can go and live with Susan, my mom. So option 3, they told the grandmother one of her options is to come and live with the mother. So yeah, actually, you know, sometimes in these situations, it's the actual seniors that don't want to live with the children, not the children not wanting their parents. That's the case here. So the third option was you come and live with me, and I'm gonna take care of you. And my grandmother decided she didn't want to live with my parents. She didn't want to put them out. Okay. So she didn't want to put them out. What does this mean, to put them out? Hassan, you have a guess?
I cannot explain. it.
Okay. No problem. How about Birol? What do you think?
Maybe it means she didn't want to disturb them.
Good, good. That's a good answer, I would say. Yeah. To make more work for them, to inconvenience them, or to be a burden, we can say. To be something that's more work for them that they have to deal with. So yeah, she didn't want to come live with her kids because she didn't want to make their lives harder. And she definitely didn't want to go to assisted living. So she chose to have a sitter. What does this mean, a sitter? How about Bilal? What is a sitter?
Yes, you. Sitter mean as a nurse or like a babysitter or like a take care of the babies or the old people. These people you pay for them for look after and take care of someone, and they stay at home and then they care of your who you need to look after.
Great. Good, exactly, yeah. Someone who watches your kids, we say a babysitter. And then we put this on the end of all kinds of words, like if who is it? Okay, Hurshit is leaving Ankara for 1 month, and he wants me to come to his house and give water to his plants and take his mail inside and, you know, make sure things are okay in his house when he's gone. Then I'm house sitting for him. I'm watching his house. I'm the house sitter. Or I'm watching Yildiray's dog. I'm dog sitting. I'm the dog sitter. So good. Here it's like the one watching the grandmother, but grandmother sitter sounds so funny. So he just said sitter. And this is not the right thing to say anyways. You should say caregiver or nurse or something. So that's where that comes from. Kristen continues. She didn't like that either, but she realized she had no choice. Well, she had to choose one of 3 choices. First she says she had no choice, and then she says, well, actually she had 3 choices. So she's been having a woman coming in like 3 days a week. And since that, this woman has been coming in, then my mom and uncle have realized, oh, she needs somebody actually kind of 7 days a week, not just 3. And they talked to the agency. Okay, so the agency is, you know, the company that is sending these this caregiver out. They phone the company. This particular woman wouldn't come in 7 days a week. So the agency actually found someone else. I think this new person's only coming in 2 days. So that still leaves 2 days of the week that my grandmother doesn't have anyone coming in. Okay, so first they hire someone to come in 3 days. Then they add another person and get 2 more days. So now the grandmother has 5 days, but she needs 2 more days because she needs 7 days. But my mom and uncle are even thinking it's to the point that she kind of needs someone 24/7. What does this mean? It's to the point that. Hershit, what does he mean there? It's to the point.
I don't know.
No, okay. Yildiray.
Yeah.
What does Kristen mean? It's to the point.
Important station or the what they wonder or want. Maybe.
Okay, kind of. Yeah, what they mean, it's to the point. Mehmet, what does it mean, to the point?
To the point. I'm not sure. First, when I hear it, I thought it's like until that point, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Good. They mean it's serious enough now. The situation is at the time where they need someone 24/7. So yeah, it's until it's at that time now. It's serious enough. It's at that time. Yeah, that they need someone 24/7. Hassan, what does that mean? 24/7.
Every day, every hour.
Perfect. Yeah, exactly. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Exactly. Yeah. 24/7. You could even like sometimes people go even more crazy. Oh, you need it 24/7, 365, you know? you could throw in how many days a year too. Yeah. Well, not when she's sleeping, I shouldn't say, but definitely when she's awake. Okay, so as long as the grandmother's awake, they think she really needs help at all times. And then Joe says, yeah, I mean that. This sounds like a really difficult situation. I really feel for your mom. What does this mean, feel for your mom? What Biro? What does that mean, feel for?
Feel for means share one's grief or share one's sorrow.
Perfect. Exactly. Yeah, that's a great explanation. Exactly. Like I feel empathy for your mom. I understand her problems. I feel bad for her. I share her grief. Perfect. Good. Exactly. Okay. Were there any questions about some of the things we discussed in this conversation?
No.
Nope.
Just one tiny question.
Sure.
It's the first time I get across a phrase like so-so. Generally, I hear so-so from the ones that actually doesn't speak English quite well. So, is it a common, is it a common so-so phrase? In French, comme ci, comme ça. So it's the same, but so I do not came across so much. So is it common or not? I'm curious.
Yeah, no, it's a good question. And I know when you're learning ESL at the beginning, they always teach it like day one. How are you? I'm good. I'm bad. I'm so. And all my kids know it, and they often use it wrong. Like, oh, my head is big. My head is so, like medium or something. Yeah, it's not very common. In this situation, how is she doing? Like, how is her health? It's so. There's a little bad and a little good. Something like that. If you wanted to say this situation, there's a little bad and a little good. Usually you wouldn't say, how are you feeling? I'm feeling so. Even that sounds a little bit weird. Like, we don't really say that. I'm feeling okay, or I'm feeling not great. You know, something like that would be more like, yeah, okay, not too great, you know. Would be more than so in the middle. But yeah, if I want to show indifference, I guess, for something, how was the concert last night? It was so. You know, it wasn't really bad, but it wasn't really good. Something like that, I would say. Yeah. It's I think definitely, yeah, you're talking about comme ci, comme ça, and we kind of teach it the same as that for beginners, but that's I don't know, maybe just to give people some answer in the middle. It definitely gets overtaught in the start, I think. Yeah. Good question. Good question, Mehmet. Yeah. Exactly right. I had a beginner level student, maybe class 3 or 4 of level 1, like no English to start with, and he asked me, what does the word "so" mean? That was like my first time teaching beginners class, SO, so. And there's like 50 different meanings for that word by itself, No way I could explain this to the beginner level student. I had a difficult day that day. But yeah, anyways, that was a good question. So I was talking a little bit about government and politics here. So let's go with Biro. Biro, how do you decide how you will vote? What determines how you will vote? What's important to you in making that decision?
I would think about what party will give society. For example, good education, good environment, good road, good facility, good airports. Also, economy for people would party give equal economy to the people. If they provide jobs to the people. If they were with unemployment, also democracy important thing. Free press. They don't have strict. I mean, they must be clean.
Clean. Okay.
Clean. They must be controllable. These issues is important to me.
Great.
For voting.
Good answer. How about Bilal? What's important to you in how you vote?
Yeah, when you vote for someone, and because when you reach to the age of to can vote, you have right to vote. Yeah, someone governing the country. So you see them, and you check the situation, and you see that if the economic situation is going well, and then everything is good, and then as the French says, you are free to do something, and then you have the democracy set in your country, and then so everything is good. So you said that this one can govern the country well. So you vote. You see, you just see all the situation that going well. So you say that I want to the same some party can govern the country. You decide like that. But when you see the situation go bad, and then something is broken, and then they don't give importance to the human rights, and then the economy is also is going bad. So you say that we need some changing, and then someone, as we say, because not only one party, we have the several parties. So you just look at another parties if they what they submit their suggestion for to govern the country. So also the press also sometimes the newspaper or the TV also they they also support this party. So you see, they can maybe they can govern better. So I think the what we say, the newspaper and the TV, what called the media also can affect our decision on the world, and the general situation of the country also affect our decision to make a decision to vote and to select the party.
Okay, great. Thank you, Bilal.
Yeah.
Hassan, what about you?
Healthcare. I think healthcare, economic politics, and Turkey's place of the world, foreign politics. Okay.
Okay, good. One more question for you, Hassan. In Australia, every person has to vote. Every person must vote. It's the law. 100% of people must vote, or you get a ticket. The government, it's a problem, right? It's the law. You must vote. Do you think this is a good system or a bad system?
I don't understand.
Okay, if in Canada and I think in Turkey, I can vote or I cannot vote. It's my choice. If I don't want to vote, I don't have to vote. But in Australia, I must vote. It's the law. When it's the election, I must vote. I must pick a person. Everyone in the country, 100%. Do you think that's a good idea, like Australia?
I don't understand. I cannot understand you.
You don't? Okay. I'll come back to you. No problem. What about Mehmet? What do you think?
Jory, in Turkey, it's a little strange actually, because when here there are not many political parties. Even there are actually many political parties, but there are not the minor ones are not chosen. So there's always three, maximum four political parties that get votes. So you don't even think of the fifth one, because you know that the fifth one will not get the even because there's 10% them. So there's 10% them in Turkey. So you know that the fifth party will not be able to get that one. So you have to choose the ones among the four parties. So here you Actually, here in Turkey, there's such majorly, not everyone, but majorly, people choose the political parties like choosing a football team. You, for example, one supports, for example, this party, and always, whatever it does, whatever he fails or he succeeds, whatever. Even 10 years later, he even still votes for that party, whatever it does. So there was an analyze like that. I'm not sure. One that held by institution. So 7% or 75% people in Turkey is like that. Only it says the ones that makes the decisive decision is just that 30% or 25%, which decides for his future. What this party is good for me or that party is good for me. The ones that chooses they get to decide. So there's such thing in Turkey. For example, for me, when we get your question, first of all, for example, it's since we choose among those parties, and Turkey is not a developed country, so no parties can get the vote with environment issues, for example, or Greens. No parties can do that. So it's hard to find a party which will do whatever it pledges, which it pledges. So it's very important for me. For example, some political party says the minimum wage will gonna be this. Okay, but it doesn't say how. No projects, no other things. So the past is important for me, and being able to do whatever it pledges is important for me. And after 5-year period, this point, from that point, going further is important for me. These are the most important things for me.
Right. Okay. Great. Good answer. Thank you, Mehmet. What about the system I was describing in Australia? It's called compulsory voting. You must vote. Every citizen must vote. Do you think that's a good system?
Yeah, why not? Is there an option like not sure or not? Is there such an option?
No.
Interesting. I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Actually, once I was told we have such a law too. So-called we have to go and vote, but no one ever get that ticket. So here, but no, I'm not sure if it's good or not.
Okay, thank you. How about Yildiray? How do you decide who you'll vote for? How you will vote?
I don't understand last words.
Just the first question. How do you decide how you will vote? What do you think about when you vote? What's important to you when you vote for a party?
I think the government should be social and democratic and behave the impartial for citizen. And the government offer the people enough facility for education or fooding or healthcare. Also, we talk best lesson global warming, protect the earth. I can say only instance.
Okay, good. What do you think about a system like Australia? Every person must vote. So if there's 70 million people in Turkey, there must be 70 million votes. Every single person, one vote. You can't stay at home. It's the law. You must go. Do you think that's a good system or a bad system, Yildiray?
I don't any opinion this issue. Sorry, Yuri.
No? Okay. Okay, Hershit, what about you? How do you decide how you will vote?
Actually, I certainly believe that my vote is determined for if the government is equality or not equality, or fairness or unfairness. It is important for me because if the government or country ruin law system or legislative system, it is many times to get better or doing again better. I think it is many times. It will many times, or it can be many times. But yeah, it can also determine by my vote for economical or real economical. My vote is depend. Sorry, my vote is depend for economical condition. Yeah, it is true. But I am in believing that too. If the government doing badly in economical, I think it is known many times for doing it better. It is correct in a short time, I think. If the government or if the country damage their law or equality or fairness, it can be many time to correct them. And truly, I certain believe that.
Okay. Great, thank you, Hershit. And what about?
And
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
and you ask about Australia system. Actually, in Turkey, if a people or person don't vote in elimination, according to laws in Turkey, people must be punishment because the law system is saying that.
Right.
The punishment don't use or don't implement in Turkey. For example, in an animation, if I don't use a vote in an animation, according to laws, I must be punished, but it don't implement in Turkey.
Okay.
And I have also in opinion that I think one vote is one day in an elimination in a country, in any country or in every country, one vote is more important because of the country's future. And I have in opinion also that people must be voted for by the government, I think.
Good. Good answer. Thank you. Yeah, we had an issue, and they did in Australia too, and we had it in Canada. The elections were only like 50% of people were voting in elections, you know, and most of the young people and actually the more educated people were the ones who were not voting in the elections. They were all saying, you know, one vote doesn't matter when there's so many votes, kind of. So none of them voted, and the elections were decided by usually the less educated people. And I think this was the reason Australia was making these laws to make more people vote, because the turnout was so small in that country. And it is in our country too. Honestly, I think you don't really have that problem so much in Turkey.
Yeah.
Everybody's voting already. Yeah.
7%, 70%, 80%.
Yeah. Yours are very high.
And it should be said, I think, and I have to say about that. This is when a country is going an election, the government or the political party is announce their program, economical or social program, and a people or a person don't participate certainly this program, but there are I think a few things people has agree with or not, and so people, I think, and for me, must be voted for these, I think.
Great. Thank you, Richard. Okay, Hassan, so the question was, what is your opinion on this system that every citizen must vote? Okay. Every person has to vote. It's the law. So you can't stay at home. You must go and vote. Do you think this is a good system or a bad system?
I have not opinion. Every person, child.
Oh no, every person above 18.
I don't know. I have not opinion.
No opinion. Okay. We got a couple minutes left. So in the United States, I don't know about other countries, but they often have actors and actresses, famous people who are running for government, are running for politics. Right now we have Donald Trump, who most of us know about. Arnold Schwarzenegger was a politician, and he was the leader of California. And their president, Ronald Reagan, he was an actor before. So they've had a bit of history of these actors and famous people running for politics. So what is your opinion on this? Would you ever vote for someone like this? Do you think that there's good things about this? Is this a bad thing? What do you think, Piro?
I must think about it. Maybe it's not good because if a party is stronger, then actors can be favor of the strong party, and they directed people to the wrong way. Maybe it can be false. I mean, a strong party can use these people for voting their party. Maybe. I don't know.
Good, thank you, Bilal. Bilal, what do you think?
Really, it's not easy, but yeah, you know, such people, the actress and then actors, if in Turkey really we will have some suspicions about them, and we would have difficulty to select such people. But in yeah, you know, in Europe and then America, they have a system. Yeah, you know, this system so is not really depend on the president or like that. So it is very difficult for these peoples who selected peoples change the system. So they have really very strong system. So for them it's not so different. These people or the other a little bit changing. And I think that these people, the actors, as you said, Ronald Reagan and then Arnold Schwarzenegger, the firstly they selected as a governor like that. They little bit experienced in politics, and then after they become president. If they, I think they in the party, if they become strong, and then the party select this as a nominee of the president. So they select for them is not so problem. They can select, but in Turkey really we need really the people who good in a politics, because we have our system always is changing. It's not so yeah, you know, it's not you know, as we still have a referendum who changed our system. So our system is still in a change, developing system. So we need the good people in a politics. So for our country is really it would be not so useful and beneficial for our country, but for this country like America and Europe, nothing changed when they selected the actor and actress. But I guess for Donald Trump, yeah, you know, Donald Trump is a, I think, contractor, and then is you know, he make construction, and we say is a contractor, and he don't have in a politics so experience, I think, and so he has now difficulty in a politics. Yeah, you know, and even they said the yeah, you know, the Congress can also yeah, you know, they reject their presidency or like that, they have difficulty. So I think it is not even for them, maybe not a good choice for a for a country. We need more experienced people to govern a country, I think, in a politics.
Okay, great. Thank you, Bilal. Mehmet, what do you think?
I think what is important is who is the famous figure, but who is he or who is she, and what did he do before? Not, I think it's not that. It's the fame, his or her fame will only be good for his his or she is being well known figure, but only that. But other than that, what he or she can give is the most important thing, I think. For example, when I look browse research, I saw, for example, like Ben Affleck is trying to be a figure in the politics in US, but there are many oppositions from people who, what are you doing? You are not a political figure. Go and do your actor job. But for example, when Angelina Jolie is not a political figure, completely political figure, but since it's in United Nations, even when you ask people which famous person you want to see in the Congress, I'm sure many people will want to see her in Congress because of her helping people, her willingness to give her time to help children. These are important. In Turkey, for example, Barış Manço is, do you know, have you ever heard Barış Manço? A singer that 10 years ago, that he was a very well known, very figure, very well known singer, and even I'm sure there he was like a figure that almost 9 or 95% of people loved him. So even I remember when people ask when I don't know, news or magazine ask people who do you want to see as a president, many people said they wanted to see Barış Manço as a president. So famous person, okay, but which famous person is very important.
Great answer, Mehmet. Yes, thank you. I just Googled him really quickly. Yeah, I know this singer. I've seen some of his old music videos. I really like him. Okay, same question. Yildiray, what do you think about this?
I think it can be useful, but it's important which field he or she works. For example, you know Messi. He is a lot of fun of all over the world. Maybe it can be a sport minister because he knows a lot of knowledge for sport and no problems sport. Maybe useful development in the country. So I think it's very useful.
Awesome, great. Yeah, no, very good answer, Yildiray. Exactly. Good. Okay. Hassan, what about you? What do you think about these famous people running for politics?
In Turkey, actors and actresses are just actors and actresses. People like them, but they are not icon for voters. Or voters don't think they can solve their problems. Already, there are a few politics figures like and for example, Fatma Girik was mayor of Şişli in Istanbul. I cannot remember like this example.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you, Hassan. And what about you, Hurshit? What do you think?
For me, being a politician is not a job. This is not a job, I think. This is where a politician should better decision, I think. And we know that especially it has to be said for my country, people, my citizen always vote famous people. We love or we like famous people for voting in election. And it is true and it is certain for me because if I know a man or a woman who are politician and is an election, this is a way of my voting for their famous. And but this is not true because of a politician must be master people of their working, especially a law or legislative situation. And I want to see a master pupil in law or in legislative or in administration. But it is not think that some people is capable of administration or management, and these people I think can be a politician in administration. Yeah, it can be.
Great.
Because some people is given a gift by the gods, and it can be very better for a many politician, and it can be manage their citizen or their administration for many people, for many politicians.
Awesome. Great. Thank you, Hurshit. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes I think maybe it's not fair because I've seen you've seen all these movies. Arnold Schwarzenegger saved the world. So how could he be a bad politician? I've watched him save the world so many times. I know he must be good, right? Exactly. Okay. Anyways, I think that we we've run a little bit over now, so why don't we call it a night? And I'll see you guys on Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay.
Good night. Good evening.
Good night.